Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with a new edition of the Mr. Informal podcast. I go by the name of Mr. Informal. We are on the 110 episode of the Mr. Informal podcast. I hope you are doing well today. I hope you are back to work. Apparently, I'm not, and I'm not happy about it. And I hope you are being safe. I hope you had a great weekend. Summertime has always been fun. Also, the protests still happening. Make sure you are believing in what you believe in. If you believe in the opposite, you believe in that because that's what you believe in. So, we have 4 topics for the Mr. Informal podcast. Number 1, Zara closes 1,600 stores. Wow, that's a lot. Number 2, so apparently, certain tech companies is not going to help the police with facial recognition. Number 3, will contactless payments finally become popular? Will it be mainstream? Will it be everywhere now? I'm hoping so. Last but not least, the 4th topic is glass separation. So as you can tell from groceries, different types of retails, every checkout, banks have always had that, but now even some restaurants are having acrylic glass or even real glass as separation. That way, when you cough, it doesn't spread on the other side, which is pretty good. So now you're gonna see a lot more of that. You're gonna see a lot more mainstream, a lot more glass separation widespread. Also, you're probably gonna see it in the cubicles and even at work. So those are the 4 topics for this podcast. And do not forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAAL. And then check out my website. My website has fashion, tech, blogs, and even check out my stores. I got some latest and greatest editions in there. That's MRINFORMAL.com. And so let's go ahead and start the podcast. On the first topic, we got an article from Hypebae. Zara set to close 1,200 retail stores and pivot to online shopping. So, Inditex, a parent company to labels like Zara, Massimo Dutti, and Bershka, and more, has announced that it will be closing 1,000 to 1,200 retail stores within the next 2 years. After seeing a massive increase in its online sales since the start of coronavirus, the fast fashion will be putting efforts into growing its e-commerce. So, the overriding goal between now and 2022 is speed up full implementation of our integrated store concept, driven by the notion of being able to offer our consumers uninterrupted service no matter where they found themselves on any device at any time of the day. The announcement follows a 95% surge in online sales for the month of April due to current lockdown regulations. I have a problem with this. First of all, loss of jobs, loss of employment. Second, and this is the biggest thing, Zara's fit is hard. I cannot figure Zara fit. Sometimes it fits correctly, sometimes it's out of whack. I don't know their fit. I have never figured out their fit. This is why the only time I buy Zara online is if it's an accessory, or if it's an accessory I've seen at the store and I happen to like it. That's it. But when it comes to shirts, pants, jackets, you would have to go to the store and wear it to make sure that the fit is correct. And by closing this many stores, depending where you live, of course it's going to be hard because now you can't try on the clothes itself. And that's a big problem. And Zara thinks that, you know what, we're gonna go through this. Well, look, we were all in lockdown. Of course the online sales is gonna go up, but it doesn't mean that your retail store is gonna go down. Well, obviously your retail store went down. Zara still does not understand itself. You see, people like Zara because it's nice, it's reasonably priced. That's it. But for them to even close this many stores, because hey, we figure out our online presence is much better than retail store. Well, I would think that's obvious because of the lockdown. Not only that, did they ever ask consumers, do you prefer going to the store or online? I would say, this is my bet. This is just my bet. This is just my opinion, not yours. Is people would go to the store to try it on. And they would probably buy it online if the size not there. But if they have it online, then of course, I mean, if they have it in store, of course you're gonna buy it. Not only that, when Zara has a sale, or have a sale, a lot of people are there. Trust me, a lot of people go to Zara to buy their sales. Even I go there, but I haven't bought. It's been a long time since I bought something from Zara. But this is just one of those things that I don't think it should have been done. I think they're only doing this just so they could give reasons to their investors and also have and say, oh, you know, we got so and so that your operating costs just went down. You know, we closed down 1,600 stores. Well, obviously your operation went down. So, I mean, I really don't know what to say. And this is bad to me. This is just a bad plan because until you have some kind of device that can fit you through some holographic device that tells you, oh, it fits correctly, if it doesn't fit, then yeah, I understand that. But since we're not there yet, I don't think this is the right move to do it. On the second topic, Amazon and Microsoft to stop providing police forces with facial recognition technology, from hypebeast.com. I am not happy with this. I'm really not. So, IBM CEO Arvind Krishna, probably most likely Indian with that kind of name, penned a letter to Congress addressing the company's concern on stance Black Lives Matter movement and the police brutality, as well as listing out its plan for future in regards to those issues. Not only that, one significant part of the announcement was the company's decision to close down its facial recognition projects, citing human rights concerns. Not only that, Amazon and Microsoft have followed the same footsteps, suspending provision of facial recognition technology to police forces until concrete and considered federal law are put in place. First of all, Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, you should... I don't even know why you're doing this. I don't even know why you agreed to this. I'm not going to let these three companies slide. No, I don't know why you even agreed to this, knowing that this is absolutely breaking the right to privacy. Bill of Rights. This is not China, where suddenly facial recognition you can tell who's who. Because apparently that's what the FBI wants. No. First of all, I don't like police corruption. I don't like it. Police, same thing. They are corrupt, especially the FBI. They are corrupt. They will charge you for anything, such as conspiracy or hiding evidence or not telling the truth. Like, even if you weren't involved in it and for some reason you knew a little bit, you still get charged for something because FBI, we're working with the federals here. Look, but at the same time, it's good that they did it, but I'm not gonna let them slide. The fact that they even work with them is a bad idea, and for them to do that now because of Black Lives Matter, well, what if the Black Lives Matter wasn't even on the forefront of the news? Then what? I mean, you already know that these companies are just doing it for attention, just to say we care. But in actuality, they do not care. And that's why I don't really care about these companies when it comes to their policies and human rights behavior. Because if they did, they would actually set the same standards in different countries, especially a certain country that starts with a C, but they don't. So, I mean, this is just bad all around. You basically, the Black Lives Matter movement is exposing these companies to show that they don't really care about human rights and privacy. All they care is about you, and how much, they have some records of you online, so they could probably prosecute you and charge you with something that you don't even know about, that you even knew, whatever. But the fact is that these companies are even doing this. That's just shameful of them. And as a matter of fact, this is one of those things that American people don't even know about. And you know what? I wish they would get sued for this, and I wish it goes to federal court. I wish, these companies would realize what's going on, and they don't even have in control of what's going on. Heck, they're working with FBI. Heck, the FBI could probably prosecute them at the same time. But it's just a whole mess. It's pretty much me. I'm not a fan of this. It doesn't matter if who's working on it, even if they stop it with the FBI. The fact that this is being developed is just bad. It's just bad all around. On the third topic from retaildive.com, will COVID-19 push contactless payments into mainstream? Multiple barriers have curtailed retail's contactless payment integration, but the pandemic may be the catalyst to widespread adoption. So, basically, it's basically a tap, or even just like a Bluetooth or some kind of scanner. So one of the articles says that understanding mobile wallet and other contactless adoption usage requires sifting through merchant category codes, segments, and usage in particular segment, Hilt said. For the future of cards, the path has already been taken. We already going down it. COVID might have just accelerated it a bit. Cindy Martini, President and CEO, Member Access Processing. I'm all for this. I've been using contactless payment for a long time now with my credit cards, since it has those tap to options, or even just, you just hover it and then boom, it's done. But I just can't believe that they're taking this so long. I really don't understand. Here's the thing. Nearly 93% of all iPhones can use mobile wallets, and 81% consumers have Walmart Pay capable devices per the report. But here's the thing. There was a decline in usage of 4.5%. But here's the thing. It's not even a mainstream yet. Like, it's not even that hard to do it. American Express has that option where it has that Signal logo, and you just tap it or you hover it on the credit card machine, and then boom, that's it. Like, it's not even that hard to implement. I just think that these credit card payments or these payment options just don't even want to implement it, and they think it's expensive when it's really not. I mean, look, if you scanning and sliding, whatever, it's more of a hassle and it's not practical. But when you have it tap or you hover it, it's much easier. There's no complications on it. And for this to be adopted for so long, and it takes a pandemic for something to become a catalyst for contactless payment, is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is why I cannot commend a company who keeps staying at their laurels, who is not motivated, who's not being innovative, and knowing that other tech companies are innovating certain industry sectors, certain markets, and yet these companies don't want to do it. Here's the thing. So, a January report from Ingenico Group and Freedom Pay found that 75% of millennials and 70% of Gen Z shoppers said they were satisfied with contactless payment. So there you go. And with the latter group saying that they are a must-have option for merchants. I think it's a must-have. I think it should be all must-have, or all merchants, all businesses who does retail, any type of transaction. That's it. I mean, how hard can it be? It's not even that hard. So, Man, I really wish this could just be adopted sooner than later, because it would make things easier. We practical, you just get in, get out. I mean, what other types of practicality can go wrong with this? I don't see anything going wrong except if the machine just failed to scan it. That's the only time. But then again, sliding or even sliding or inserting your card is the same thing. You get a lot of errors. I mean, sometimes it'd be the user error for putting the wrong code on the card. But it's just me. But I really wish contactless payment would be more adopted. Heck, 100% adopted. On the last topic, we have the glass separations. It's becoming a popular item to have in the retail business, in the banking business. It's not new in the banking business. I'm not gonna be surprised if it implemented in the workplace. Even in 7-Eleven, they also have that too, to protect themselves from robbers. But now, these glass separators in the cashier that you normally don't see are now popping up, and they're in high demand right now. So if you are a frame worker, any type of glass worker, then your business is probably up. But these glass separation is making itself useful, knowing that you can separate yourself, especially if somebody's copying. You can certainly block it from yourself. Not only that, obviously you gotta wear a mask, just so it's another secure separations from you and the other person. But you see, I don't have a problem with this, especially in retailers and grocery stores and any type of stores. They should have it all the time. Now I know it's just another item that they need to buy and they need to invest, but I think this will pay off. The return on investment is quite good on this, and it makes sure that the consumer is safe, and it makes your workers safe. So when you showing that you can provide safety and security for your workers, certainly they will applaud you for that, and certainly are not endangered in the workplace, because you don't want to get with workers' comp or any type of court cases or legalities. And so these are everywhere now, and I don't mind it. I'm pretty sure you don't mind it. I don't see anybody having a problem with it. I'm sure bankers are used to it. Even the convenience stores are used to it, because they always have glass separators. And certainly now that more merchants and businesses are adopting this, you're gonna see a lot of these, and this will be the new norm. And I'm glad they have these, because it just shows that there are sick people out there. It's sick people. It doesn't have to have COVID. You can just have your normal flu and your cold, and when they caught, sometimes they don't even cover it. They don't. And I'm telling you, these people just need to get their hygiene cleaned up. Better hygiene. Like, how hard can it be to have a good hygiene? It's really not hard, and yet people want to ignore it. So I'm glad these are coming for those sick people out there, for those who don't care about other people, even if they're sick. So certainly you're going to see a lot more of these, and it will just be just a new norm. And there's nothing wrong with it, because you're probably used to it. Going to a 7-Eleven, going to a bank, going to some kind of secure place, they all have these. Even if you go to DMV, sometimes DMV have these, sometimes they don't. But for the most part, you see these glass separated walls. And so don't be surprised if this is suddenly everywhere out there. Heck, I won't even be surprised if theaters have them too. Normally they don't, but theaters have them. Actually, theaters do have them in the front, but not in the inside. So again, just don't be surprised. Even the small snack places, even let's see, Jamba Juice might have it, Cinnabon might have it. Again, we can go on and on about the list, but I'm glad that they're doing this to protect their workers, also to protect you and us. And I'm glad that business is booming for these people who are making glass, making frames, and so on. And hopefully, again, people need to clean up their act. And so that basically concludes this Mr. Informal Podcast 110. I hope you learned something today, and I hope I gave you some insights. And I'm thankful that you listened to the whole thing. Don't forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL, and then check out my website with the latest and greatest items that you can also purchase, mrinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. And so, I will see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.